Jimmy, this is a proud reefing dad moment. I feel like I'm sending my kid off to college. You have surpassed the 1 year mark on your reef tank. How does that feel?
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's super exciting. I'm way into this. And the coolest part is my wife has gotten really into it. So it's something that we're really sharing together. And that's absolutely, honestly, the unforeseen thing that I had no idea would happen that turns out is awesome about it.
So is she more into it than you?
Well, I think I'm pretty into it.
I'm not asking about you. I'm asking if she's more into it than you.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. She keeps a spreadsheet on her phone with every fish we've ever gotten and what its name was. So for example, she called me a little while ago and I left this morning to go do agility with my dog, so I didn't feed the fish. And so I asked her, did you feed the fish? She goes, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. We is missing. And I go, what? She goes, well, P or we, one of the two. I go, P or we? She goes, yeah, you know, I named those chromis Pee-wee, the two little blue chromis. And she goes, there's one of them's gone. Well, then I got home and I saw they were swimming together. I took a picture and sent it to her and assured her that everything's okay. She just didn't see him. My wife is probably more into it. Okay, here's an example. I was telling her that, you know, I wish we had a bigger tank. And she's like, oh yeah, we could do a bigger tank. I'm like, what? And I was like, yeah, but you know, there's a foot here, whatever. Maybe we can go over on that longer wall. And she goes, well, maybe we can move my piano upstairs. And I'm like, what? Because that's a big long wall. But I didn't expect that at all, that she would be like, oh yeah, well, I think we should do a bigger tank.
I think I'm totally disappointed in you in this moment, Jimmy.
Disappointed in me?
Because if your wife is like, we could do a bigger tank, I think we need a bigger tank. Like, this isn't a discussion item. You go order the thing or go buy it, and then you work it out before she changes her mind. And look, let's be fair. This goes both ways for you lady reefers. This works both ways. I'm using generalities here, but if your husband's like, we need a bigger tank, you go get it. Your spouse, like whoever, all right? You're into it, your wife is into it. But there's plenty of people watching this video who are still like, yeah, maybe, maybe not. They're scared for whatever reason. What advice would you have to someone who's considering a saltwater tank or they want one, but they're afraid to take that leap?
Don't wait. I waited 25 years to do this, and it truly is a dream come true, and it's super exciting. Sure, there's been some pitfalls. There's been some fish that have died, and I've left my RODI unit on the running in the, and didn't know until I saw water coming out underneath the door in my laundry room. So yeah, some things have happened, but I'm telling you, this is awesome. Anybody who's ever thought about doing it, do it. My advice is don't wait another day. Do it right now. One of my favorite ski movie guys was Warren Miller, if any of you are a skier. And he used to say, if you don't do it today, you'll be another day older when you do. And I love that. So don't be another day older. Start doing it now. It's awesome.
One thing I've said, Jimmy, is that 6 months in or less, your tank is going to feel small. Is this holding true with you?
It doesn't feel small, but now I'm like, it's not very big. I need a little bit bigger.
So if you could do this whole thing all over again, Jimmy, what would you do different now that you have a year of experience under your belt?
The advice would be, think about your budget, but go as big as you can afford to go, because ultimately, it's probably what you're gonna want. I know that sounds crazy. I thought it sounded crazy, but I'm already at that point 1 year in.
Jimmy, what's been the best thing about setting up and maintaining your tank?
What's next? what am I going to do next? What new fish am I going to get? What new coral am I going to get? What am I going to rearrange? Am I going to get a bigger tank? It'll never end.
A bigger tank sounds like this is on your mind a lot these days.
Mark, it's not just on my mind. I'm not just thinking about it. So I've actually wanted to ask you, because I've been on SaltwaterAquarium.com and I think I have one picked out. What do you think about the